I'm Judith Sawkins and I lived in 31 Middlefield.
And I'm Alan Sawkins and I lived in 31 Middlefield. We moved in June 1953.
I was born there in 1957. I was born in the prefab, yes, definitely. Prefab kid.
They were originally living in a rented flat in Farnham. It was a third floor and of a Georgian building, and then I think they were on the council waiting list, and you know, they obviously come to the top of the list, and then they got the prefab when I was sort of just 3 years old.
Yeah.
Even because I think in those days it had the paintwork was dreadful from what I can gather, and it was all sort of greens and browns, and they hated it. So because my our father was a painter and decorator, so he by trade, so he made it all light colours because they didn't like the.
You can remember the design. You can remember the old copper in the kitchen.
Yeah. And it had a gas fridge.
The doors, they opened into the room, and that opened into the room. You couldn't get through it quick enough, could you?
No.
What was it, when I was 4.5, our dad died, and I actually got told off for putting on the light and waking Alan up, so then I slept in the same room as my mum from then on. Disturbing his beauty sleep.
Don't know about that.
So that's how the bedroom setup was. Yes.
I think there was 50. I think it was 50. We knew them all, and even some of the older ones now we still sort of know them, and we've seen, you know,
that have moved on because an estate was built to move the people from the prefabs onto another housing estate. So you moved with the people that you lived in the prefabs with. You just moved with them. That is now breaking up because they're obviously passing away now. They're very elderly, the original ones from there.
Yeah.
And one of the pictures over there still lives on our estate. Funniest one, we used to make camps and things with the, because as I said, it was a corrugated shed, and outside of there you'd put a table up, wouldn't you, and chairs on top to make a wagon. And I can remember, I think
you got told off.
You got told off because I think I fell off the back of it or something.
You did something, yes. And I got the blame for it.
And I think the other one of the funny ones, because the chimney used to get blocked in the prefabs, and because our mother was on her own, she used to have to get a table outside the back door and put a chair on the table to get on the roof to clean.
That's it, to clean the cow.
Yeah. And
I wasn't around, which I wasn't, you see.
I can remember getting told off, myself and another little girl, because we were laughing at her brightly coloured blooms. Or long johns as they were called in them days. Yeah. So there's lots of memories, and I mean they did have big gardens, and you had your vegetable patch.
Out the front, and ours were out the front. 67.
They didn't want to move, did they?
They didn't want to move, but they were really damp by then, you see. They'd served their life.
Yeah. They were all built especially to move the people on.
Apart from the ones that had to move into 3-bedroom houses because they got...
And how did your mum feel about leaving?
Well, she said she'd move, and then she was determined that she was going to move back onto the site of Middlefields again.
It's still there now, but it's a different housing estate. But
she never did. She didn't like it so much, so we stayed where we were.
Would you live in a prefab now?
I don't think you'd live there now.
No,
but
I don't
they
think
were
so
lovely
now.
at the time.
They were, when we were growing up, they were lovely.
Yeah.
But I don't think we would.
Probably, I don't know, they were spacious at the time, but whether you wouldn't like the design now, I don't know.
I don't know, but...
Especially when you see all the old furniture. Cool.
Yeah, and you think, ages you.
And we never had a radio like that. Ours was smaller than that.
Yeah.
With the frontage to it, didn't it?